continue our reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela.
Hare Krishna, Bhabhi.
Yes?
I have one question, but I will ask later on because I don't want it in recording.
Okay, sure. All right. So we'll continue with Adi Leela, chapter 1, text 47. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. शिक्षा गुरु के ताजानी कृष्णेरा स्वरूपा अंतर्यामी भक्त श्रेष्ठा ए द्वै रूपा. One should know the instructing spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself as the super soul and as the greatest devotee of the Lord. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami states that the instructing spiritual master is a bona fide representative of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna himself teaches us as the instructing spiritual master from within and without. So within, he is the Chaitya Guru. From within, Krishna guides us. Yeah, that's the Chaitya Guru. And from without, he comes as a pure devotee. He comes as a Shiksha Guru and he guides us. From within, he teaches us as Paramatma, our constant companion. And from without, he teaches from the Bhagavad Gita as the instructing spiritual master. There are two kinds of instructing spiritual master. One is the liberated person, fully absorbed in meditation, in devotional service. And the other is he who invokes the disciple's spiritual consciousness by means of relevant instructions. So the instructing spiritual master, the Shiksha Guru, he's a representative of Krishna. So one of them is the liberated person, means who's a pure devotee. He's already connected with Krishna. He's in his eternal relationship with Krishna. And the only his whole consciousness is fully absorbed in Krishna and devotional service. And then there is another Shiksha Guru is who's not yet on the spiritual platform, but because he's hearing from the authority, he speaks whatever he hears. And then another person listens to him, and his spiritual consciousness is also invoked. So how does this happen? It's because we are all souls. We are all parts and parcel of Krishna. It's not artificial. If we just hear Krishna, it starts our devotional service. Why? Because it's just that we are sleeping right now. We have forgotten Krishna. We just have to be reminded about him. It's not at all artificial that we are putting a wrong idea in somebody's head and we have to think we have to become somebody. No. So that's the reason, just by hearing, oh, Hare Krishna one time, that soul will immediately have that connection and gradually will begin his spiritual journey. Thus, the instructions in the science of devotion are differentiated in terms of the objective and subjective ways of understanding. The Acharya, in the true sense of the term, who is authorized to deliver Krishna, enriches the disciple with full spiritual knowledge and thus awakens him to the activities of devotional service. So the Acharya, who is an Acharya? An Acharya is a person who teaches by example. It's not that he tells his disciples, okay, you chant Hare Krishna and I'm going to sleep. No, he chants together. He shows the disciple how to please Krishna, how to engage in devotional service. And he's authorized. It's not just anyone. As we say that the mailbox, wherever we post the letter, it has to be authorized by the post office. If we are not going to go and put the letter in the authorized post box, if we just put in any ordinary box, which is a red or a green color, the letter is not going to be delivered. So an Acharya is authorized by Krishna. And then what does he do? He enriches the disciple with full spiritual knowledge. It's not he gives him half knowledge and he says, oh, I don't know about this. No, full spiritual knowledge. What's the identity of the living entity? Well, who is God? Where does God live? What's his name? What's his address? What are his activities? And thus awakens him to the activities of devotional service. Acharya, the spiritual master, engages the disciple. How to engage in devotional service? Why? For the pleasure of Krishna. And this is how the disciple becomes truly happy, blissful. When by learning from the self-realized spiritual master, one actually engages himself in the service of Lord Vishnu, functional devotional service begins. The procedures of this devotional service are known as abhideya, or actions one is duty bound to perform. Now, what does a spiritual master do? What does he do? He is engaged in the service of Krishna. And he engages his disciple in the service of Krishna. And this devotional service is called abhideya. So the process of chanting Hare Krishna, hearing from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, worshipping the deity, offering a ghee lamp, offering obeisances, all this is abhideya. Our only shelter is the Supreme Lord, and one who teaches how to approach Krishna is the functioning form of the personality of Godhead. There is no difference between the shelter-giving Supreme Lord and the initiating and instructing spiritual masters. If one foolishly discriminates between them, he commits an offense in the discharge of devotional service. So what does it mean? Does it mean that the Guru becomes God? That the Guru is Krishna? No, Krishna is Krishna. Guru is never Krishna, but he is a representative of Krishna. The aim of Krishna and the aim of Guru is the same. And what is that? To bring all the conditioned living entities who are here in the material world back home, back to Godhead. Srila Sanatana Goswami is the ideal spiritual master, for he delivers, one, the shelter of the lotus feet of Madan Mohan. So Sanatana Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, he is the Acharya for Sambandha Gyan. He's the one who established the Madan Mohan deity, who helps us establish our relationship with Krishna. Who am I? That we are eternal parts and parcels of Krishna. That is Sambandha Gyan. Jivera Swarupaya Krishna Nitya Das. Even though one may be unable to travel on the field of Vrindavan due to forgetfulness of his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can get an adequate opportunity to stay in Vrindavan and derive all spiritual benefits by the mercy of Sanatana Goswami. Sri Govindaji acts exactly like the Shiksha Guru, instructing spiritual master by teaching Arjuna the Bhagavad Gita. He is the original preceptor, for he gives us instructions and an opportunity to serve him. So the Shiksha Guru is Govindaji, means Govinda, Lord Govinda, the deity of Govindaji. He is the Vigraha for Abhideya, for engaging in devotional service. He's teaching us how to perform devotional service. And that is Shiksha, that's instructions. How to serve him. The initiating spiritual master is a personal manifestation of Srila Madan Mohan Vigraha, whereas the instructing spiritual master is a personal representative of Srila Govinda Dev Vigraha. So the initiating spiritual master means the Diksha Guru. The Diksha Guru, he establishes our relationship. He connects us to the parampara. He initiates us. Yeah. So that is the Diksha Guru. And Madan Mohan Vigraha, he is the Sambandha Vigraha, who gives us who establishes our relationship with Krishna. So our Diksha Guru is like that. And the Shiksha Guru, the instructing spiritual master, he engages us in devotional service. So that's why he's known as a representative of Govindaji. Both these deities are worshipped at Vrindavan. Srila Gopinath is the ultimate attraction in spiritual realization. So when we are truly situated in our pure form, in our pure love, engaging in devotional service with love, that is Gopinath, that's Prayojana. That's the ultimate goal. Is that okay?
Yeah. So does that mean that they have, they are comparing the three of these, like the Abhidaya, Prayojan, and Sambandha, to the gurus, like the three gurus, right? Like how they are compared, right? Is it that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like what is their duty accordingly? Like
Yes.
how they three, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the initiating one is the
Diksha Guru.
Diksha Guru.
Yeah, he connects us to the parampara, which is coming from Krishna.
So he's the first one, the connector, right?
Yes. That's why he's called the Sambandha Acharya.
Okay.
He's establishing the relationship. He's introducing us to Krishna. My dear Krishna, this is this living entity. Please accept him.
So the Diksha Guru introduces us, the initiating.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what does the Shiksha Guru do? He shows us how to engage in devotional service. So many times the Shiksha Guru and the Diksha Guru can be the same person.
Okay. And then the third one is?
Then what happens is we are doing devotional service, because I have to do it. My Guru told me. But when I engage in devotional service because I want to do it, because Krishna will be happy, I cannot not do it. I'm so much in love with Krishna, I have to do it. That's the ultimate prayojana. We are situated in our true identity. That's the perfection.
Okay.
So the full Vedas, all the Vedic knowledge is divided into this Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojana. Sambandha, relationship. Abhidaya, how to be situated in that relationship, means devotional service. And then Prayojana, the ultimate goal, love of God. All the message of the Vedas is divided into these three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's clear now.
Can we stop here for today?
Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for joining.